Welcome to this edition of High School Rewind, available on highschoolrewind.com as well as our new YouTube channel, High School Rewind. We want to thank you for joining us for this edition as we are here at Olympus High School for a holiday tournament, the Utah Autism Holiday Tournament, as the Fremont Silverwolves and the Jordan Beetdiggers prepare to square off here as a part of that tournament. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Excited for this one coming up. Let's start first with the Fremont Silverwolves, the designated visitors here. They won their first 3 games of the season. Looked like this was going to be a good year for Coach Mullaney. They've since lost their last 4 and trying to reverse the trend that has taken hold here in recent weeks. They are led by Max Hubbard. This is a kid who's just under 10 points per game in scoring, but he's done a really nice job all year long. You can talk about some other kids to watch for. It includes Saxton Morby. That name may sound familiar. He was a signal caller for the football team this year, as well as Cole Calvert and Bryant Buse. Both those two also football players. This is a balanced Fremont team offensively. We mentioned Hubbard, who averages near 10. They've got 4 other kids all averaging over 6 or 7. So this is a team that can spread out the scoring. The only problem has been there hasn't been enough of it. They're going to have to try to find a way to increase those averages for this ball game here tonight against the Jordan Beetdiggers, because this is a Beetdigger squad that, well, there have been games where they have not been shy on the offensive end. It all starts with Spencer Curtis. You may have heard of this young man too. He is most likely going to end up setting all sorts of receiving records next year on the gridiron, but this year for basketball, he's leading the way for the Beetdiggers. 17 points per ball game for Spencer Curtis, including 41 in a big upset victory earlier this year against the Kearns Cougars. Much like Hubbard, he has some support with him. It includes the Christiansens, Stockton, as well as Josh, both averaging over 8 points per ball game. This Jordan Beetdigger squad in Region 3, they can put up some points. They're going to need to come region play. This, of course, being a non-region contest, and one of the last tune-ups for both of these two squads as they prepare for region play right around the corner. Again, it's the Silverwolves and the Diggers. Tip-off coming up next here on High School Rewind. Ready to tip. Jordan in their home whites, and they win the tip. Tuia tips it back to his teammate Isaiah Jackson. Fremont in their road grays, and love the look for the Silverwolves. So let's introduce you. Stockton Christensen here has it back, as that was Jackson with it in the corner. Now Christensen, this is Josh Christensen. Mentioned nearly 9 points a ball game from Josh Christensen, and he's a flyer. Played in the JV game right before this one, was up and down the floor. Ball stolen away. Up the other way, and it's blocked away by Tuia. And he couldn't, traveled. It'll stay here. Morby to inbound here for the Silverwolves. Baseline, looking for somewhere to go, does so to Parker Wayman. Now up top with Bryant Buse. Morby coming around the screen along the baseline. That was him. Now they swing it the other direction. Morby with it. Entry pass, and that ball poked away from behind by Stockton Christensen. Ball inbounded to Wayman. Now back up top with Buse. Over to Cole Calvert. Entry pass inside. Wayman going up. Parker Wayman on the board. First points of the ball game are to the Silverwolves, and it's a 2-0 lead. Good hustle play that time, coming over by Branson Harrop to deflect it out of play. Mentioned in our open, guys like Calvert and Buse. Branson Harrop, third on the team in scoring, behind Hubbard, who we talked about, and also Dakota James. As a travel here called on Jordan, and another Digger turnover. Up ahead with Wayman. Inside, having some space now as Calvert can't finish the play, and it's Tuia with the rebound. Pushing it up the floor the other way. Isaiah Jackson kick out. Tuia with it here. Back to Stockton Christensen. Tuia rolling to the hoop, right-handed, and Alika Tuia nets the first points for the Beetdiggers. 6'4", senior forward for Jordan. 2 apiece here, 2 minutes into the contest. Near side with Morby. Being guarded by Spencer Curtis. Buse just rolls off the back of the rim. Ball tried to be saved, and it is so, but to the other team. Stockton Christensen now up the floor for the Digs. Now Josh Christensen with it. Able to find some space. The attacks Tack too much. Offensive foul here on Josh Christensen, his first. Now Stockton Christensen with some extended pressure here, trying to slow up Buse a little bit. Entry pass looking the way of Morby. Some way he comes down with it, though. Couldn't finish the shot. And now they've got Josh Christensen ahead, and Josh Christensen lays it up and in. The lead to the Digs. Josh Christensen, just a sophomore, so a sophomore stud here, trying to make his case for a sophomore stud. Of course, that a title we give here on High School Rewind to elite sophomores, up-and-comers. Loose ball, corralled by Morby, three-pointer on the way, count it, good! It's Parker Wayment for three, the 6'2 senior, and Fremont retakes the lead here, 5-4. All 5 points coming from Wayment. Stockton Christensen back to Josh. Kick out, three-pointer on the way from Jackson. No good. Saxton Morby there for the rebound. Up the floor quickly to Buse. Buse trying to attack, and he is fouled here on the floor. Foul is on Stockton Christensen, his first. Second team foul on the Beetdiggers. No team fouls yet on the Silverwolves. Good start for them. Branson Harrop, nice job shutting that off by Tuia. Another three-point attempt on way. This one is long. Saved by Curtis, and now Jordan's going to push it the other way. Stockton Christensen, nice find over to Tuia. Extra pass to Stockton. Now Spencer Curtis, his first shot of the ball game. Good for the 6'2 junior guard. Spencer Curtis on the board. Mentioned a kid averaging 17.5 points per ball game. Had that huge night against Kearns, and what an upset it was. It's the lone loss for the Kearns Cougars down in 4A. Bryant Buse, impressive ball handling in the corner. Morby going to try from behind the backboard. Can't get it to fall. Now Tuia going to lead the break for Jordan. Wisely decides not to push it. Josh Christensen over to Spencer Curtis. Morby on him. And an offensive foul called here on Tuia, who came over to set the screen. Dakota James will inbound for Fremont. He just checked in, as did Caden Murphy for the Wolves. For the Beetdiggers, Sam Ashman comes on the floor for the first time tonight, 6'3 senior guard. Three-point attempt. That one, boy, just wouldn't go down. Rebounded. And then we've got a traveling call underneath, called on Harrop. Breaking this pressure from Fremont. Josh Christensen bodied, and the foul calling there against Caden Murphy. The senior center picks up his first. 6-5 advantage to the Digs. This shot away, no good from Stockton Christensen. Buse looking for some space. Good defense there by Christensen, shutting off the lane. Speaking of lanes, going to the lane and getting the bucket is Branson Harrop. Good attack that time by Harrop. He'll recognize some space, went up strong and was rewarded for it. Curtis thought about the three. Now we'll kick out to Ashman. Cross-court pass to Josh. Stockton will slow things up here a little bit. Stockton, extra pass to Curtis, a long three-pointer. Left it short, front of the rim. A rebound to Branson Harrop. Buse. Now he's going to attack. Right hand off glass, and Buse was fouled to the line. He will go to shoot two. Second foul on Tuia as he comes out. Bryant Buse at the line makes both of them. Checking in for Tuia is Garrett Swenson, the 6'7 senior forward, number 14 for the Digs. Love the defensive pressure shown here by Fremont as now they back off into a zone. Near side with Ashman up top. Curtis thought about an entry pass to Swenson, then elected to go away from it. Here's Josh, kick out. Curtis, nice job getting the open jumper, though he left it short. Rebounded by Harrop. Nearly turned over. Buse able to track it down. Now he's going to run it up the floor. 3-point attempt on the way. No good, as Curtis will let that bounce out of bounds. And the Digs will take possession. Wakely has checked in for Jordan. Cole Calvert comes in for Fremont. Near side, Stockton Christensen. Inside, boy, thought that Swenson may have had a lane to the hoop. Instead, he passed out of it. Cross-court pass over to Stockton. Again, they're going to go inside. Swenson into Wakely, and a foul called. Crew Wakely to the line to shoot a pair. Wakely good on both free throw attempts. 9-8, the advantage for the Fremont Silverwolves inside of 1 minute remaining here in this first quarter. And the ball stolen. Great job by Curtis. Coming down the other way. Bucket doesn't go. Spencer Curtis, the active hands, will head to the line and shoot two. Morby back in for Fremont. Spencer Curtis at the line. Goes 2 of 2. Both free throws solid for the junior guard. Morby running the point. Nice move by Morby, and he double dribbled with it, traveled, turned it over. Substitution for Jordan as Thomas Dickey, 5'10 senior guard, is checked in. So we've got 20 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 10-9, the advantage for the Beetdiggers. Curtis attacking the hoop. Takes some contact, no help from the officials. Ashman comes away with it, loose ball, and it's Wakely now in the corner. And a foul here going to be called, I believe, on Dakota James. If it is, that will be number 2 on the senior forward. Yes, it is. Wakely to inbound. Someone from Jordan has to move. There they go. Dickey has it. Clock down to 7. Curtis, 2 seconds left. He's going to fire the 3. Spencer Curtis left it short. Horn sounds, quarter expires. 10-9 the advantage for the home squad, the Jordan Beetdiggers. Second quarter underway. It's Morby with it, being guarded intensely by Wakely. Inside, and that ball just taken away by Curtis. Calvert was trying to post him up. Curtis wasn't having none of it. Wakely kick out, 3-point attempt on the way from Dickey, no good. There with the board is Dakota James. Now Buse pushing it up ahead for Fremont. In the corner, good attack there by Calvert. Kick out to Buse. Defended by Dickey. Extra pass over to Murphy. And now Fremont will wisely reset things here with Buse. Buse attacking. Boy, tough job. Couldn't get it to fall. The second attempt by Murphy was off. And now Curtis with the fancy ball control. Turned it over to Morby instead. And now we've got a foul here. Going to be called, I believe, on Spencer Curtis. It would be his first. Foul was called on Curtis. Morby around the screen. In the corner, dribbling out, was Hubbard. 3-point attempt, no good. Able to track down the rebound? No, just stepped out of bounds that time, did Calvert. Isaiah Jackson up the floor for Jordan. Has it back, working inside Swenson. Instead, they'll work around the perimeter with Ashman. Thought about the 3. Now they do go inside to Swenson. With the right-hander, no good. And pulling in the board is Calvert. Up quickly. Good ball movement inside. Count the bucket. Good. Branson Harrop. Good ball movement for the Silverwolves. They find Harrop. He's rewarded. He'll head to the line for the 3-point play. Foul called on Jackson, his first. As at the line, Branson Harrop. Good on the free throw. He now has 5 points and a 12-11 lead for the Silverwolves. Harrop and Wayment with 5 apiece. Long three-pointer on the way. It was short, and it goes back to Fremont. Again, we see Stockton Christensen now putting some pressure in the backcourt on Morby. Able to bring it across the timeline easily. Nice spin move there by the junior. Able to fend him off and get it over. Boy, tough job working that baseline, and a foul called here on Garrett Swenson. First foul on Swenson tonight. 7th team foul on Jordan. 1-on-1 situation for Branson Harrop at the line. He made the first, so the second rimmed out on him. Rebounded by Swenson, and now Jordan has an opportunity to have numbers if they push it. Stockton outside. Curtis thought about the 3. Instead now is going to look to get inside the key, and he is bailed out with a whistle from the outside official. Foul going to go against Calvert, I believe. Spencer Curtis at the line. He missed them both. Loose ball that Josh Christensen able to pull away. Three-pointer on the way from Ashman is no good, and rebound pulled in by Max Hubbard. 13-10 as that ball batted out off of Ashman. Stays here with Fremont. Inbounded to Calvert. He'll hand off to Morby coming around. And that ball, boy, thrown right to a breaking Stockton Christensen. Up the other way, gets the friendly roll. Stockton Christensen is in the books with his first bucket of the night. Credit with the steal, as we've got a timeout now taken by Fremont. Out of the timeout. Ball works near side with Wayment, hands off. Morby attacking, going glass, and Saxton Morby with an impressive take there. 15-12, the Silverwolf lead. 4.5 left here in the opening half. Swenson with it near the elbow. Kick out, Stockton Christensen for 3. That one is good. Christensen with all 5 points for the Beetdiggers here in the second quarter. 5'10", senior guard. Helping keep Jordan in this one, tied up at 15 apiece. Morby now working against Blunk. Over, easy find, and an easy finish for Cole Calvert. His first bucket of the night. Right now, 5 Silverwolves have contributed in the scoring. Good balance from Fremont here. Curtis, guarded by Morby. Fremont's been in a zone for most of this first half. They've wanted Jordan to try to beat him with the outside, and they haven't been able to do it yet. Curtis going to try. Back of the iron, and a long rebound falls into the hands of Max Hubbard. Leading scorer for the Silverwolves has yet to score tonight. Blunk defending Morby. Tried to get it to a rolling Harrop. That ball kicked around, eventually picked up by Spencer Curtis. Down the other way quickly for Jordan, and that layup off target. Morby pushing it for Fremont the other way. Hubbard back to Morby around the perimeter now. It finds Cole Calvert. Hubbard gonna dial up a 3-pointer, nothing but net. Max Hubbard, what a great way to get your first points tonight. A long, wide open 3. The lead back to 5 now for Fremont. 2:40 remaining. Josh, kick out. Stockton Christensen trying to answer, and he does. 2 3-pointers for Christensen in this second quarter. He's got all 8 points. In the corner, back out to Morby. Screen from Calvert. Morby, kick out. Hubbard going to try another 3. That one's good as well. And right now, Hubbard and Christensen having a bit of a 3-point shooting contest. Stockton to match, and he does! And a quick timeout taken by Fremont. It's 23-21. Wolves out in front. Coach Mullaney Has to love the scoring he's getting from Hubbard, but the defense clearly his point of emphasis in that timeout. Has allowed some open three-pointers, and it's come back to bite him. That shot blocked from Buse. There to clean it up, Harrop. 2 more for Branson Harrop tonight. 8 points in the contest for Harrop. 1:35 left, 25-21. Working around the screen, Ashman. Up top, Josh Christensen. The drive defended well by Harrop. He took away that step-back jumper. Stockton dribbles into traffic, kick out, three-pointer on the way. No good. Harrop with the board. Up quickly, Saxton Morby looking to drive. Cut off well that time by Ashman. Harrop back out. Finds its way to Morby. Now Buse. 1 minute remaining here in the opening half. Still a 4-point lead here for the Silverwolves. Buse working back to Hubbard. Over to Buse. Boy, good job finding the space. As Swenson coming out to defend it, lost his footing, but Buse can't hit the shot. Down the other way. Ashman will hand off. Stockton thought about it, and instead, an offensive foul. Called here on Ashman, number 1 on Sam Ashman. Stockton Christensen going to pick up Buse at half court. Over to Hubbard. And now an offensive foul on the other end, as it was Caden Murphy picking up his second foul. Got to get those screens set, and so oftentimes it's on the guy coming around, not allowing the screener to get in position. Murphy picked up number 2. 16 foul on the Wolves. Stockton Christensen gets it to Swenson, rolling to the bucket. Good for Garrett Swenson. The first digger not named Christensen to score in this second quarter. A half-court shot by Hubbard is no good. The horn sounds. Halftime, 25-23. The Silverwolves out in front. We start the second half. It was that man's second quarter. Stockton Christensen scored 11 points in the quarter. 11 of the 13 for Jordan came from Stockton. Spencer Curtis able to find Tuia. Tuia was saddled with foul trouble. Only had 2, but certainly did not want him to pick up the third. Josh Christensen for 3, front of the iron, and the rebound to Cole Calvert. Harrop led the way in the first half for Fremont, had 8. Hubbard had 6. Of course, those 2 3-pointers in the second certainly helped that. They'd like to get him going a little more. Here's Morby. Came around the screen from just inside the elbow. Saxton Morby with the pull-up jumper. Count it good, 27-23 Fremont. Curtis trying to drive, and Morby's going to be called here with the foul, his first. Stockton around the Tuia screen, and picking up a quick foul here is Cole Calvert, number 2 on Calvert. 2 quick fouls here on Fremont. Inbounded to Josh. Hands off to Stockton. Tuia tipped that, still able to get to the hands of Josh Christensen, looking to drive. Now Curtis for 3. Rimmed out on him. Tuia with the putback, no good. And the third team foul against the Silverwolves here in the second half. First foul on Branson Harrop tonight as Tuia goes 1 of 2 at the line. Made his first and missed that his second. Buse up the floor. Boy, Curtis wanted that steal. Morby able to get it inside, and a foul as Calvert attacking the hoop. Draws the contact, will go to the line to shoot 2. As picking up this foul will be Josh Christensen, number 2 on Josh. Calvert at the line, good on both free throws. Lead up to 5. I believe this is the largest it's been through the contest. It's been at 5 a couple times, but don't think it's been any larger. Curtis working around screens. Nice job by Morby recovering and shutting off a shot. Up to Tuia, to the lane, count it good for Alika Tuia. 3 quick points here for Tuia in this third quarter. It's a 3-point Silverwolf lead. Morby coming out, lost his footing. Otherwise, he would have had a wide open shot. Going to the hoop. That shot blocked by Tuia. On the drive by Waymont. Up to Josh. He will pass back out to Isaiah Jackson. Over to Stockton. Of course, on a first-name basis. Curtis drawing the contact from Buse as he will pick up his second foul. 4th team foul already on Fremont. We've played just 2:15 in this second half. Curtis trying to drive on Morby. Around to Josh, trying to create some space. Has to pass out to Stockton. Underneath all alone. Off glass, Isaiah Jackson. His first points of the night. Isaiah Jackson. Good movement away from the ball. Josh able to find him. And the Diggers have pulled back to within 1. Harrop passes over to Calvert. Now Morby. Back to Calvert. Around to Buse. Buse looking to drive, trying to float it up and in. Can't do it. Morby able to collect the rebound and then passed it out. Handed off to Buse. So he will reset things here inside of 5 minutes left in the third quarter. 29-28. Silverwolves out in front. Waymont being guarded by Stockton Christensen. Buse. Over to Morby. He's going to try the three-pointer. Good for Saxton Morby. A big 3 by Morby. He's got 5 in the quarter, 7 in the contest. Lead back to 4. Stockton, top of the key, over to Spencer Curtis. Morby guarding him. Busy night when you have to guard Spencer Curtis. Is inside. And then, boy, no foul called. Thought Josh had some contact there. Put back by Tuia is left short. And coming up with the rebound is Branson Harrop. Up the floor. Entry pass inside to Calvert, and he walked with it. Bucket is no good. Hubbard checks in for Fremont. Ashman and Swenson both check in for the Beetdiggers. Josh. Swenson hands off to Stockton now. Looking to drive, and he got tripped up by Buse that time. Third foul on Bryant Buse. Inbounded to Stockton in the corner for 3. No good. And Harrop able to track down the ball for the board. Quick ball movement, trying to go inside to Calvert. And it was Swenson who knocked it away. Back to Morby in the corner, trying another three-pointer. No good. Josh Christensen with the board. Over to Stockton. Back to Josh. Entry pass to Swenson. Working against Calvert in the post. Has to kick out. Now Ashman able to draw some contact on the drive. Is this foul called on Dakota James, number 3 on James. 6th team foul on the Silverwolves. Jordan shooting the rest of the way. Shot here by Josh. Left short and out of play off of Jordan. Morby brings it up the floor. Able to get it to Harrop. Now hands off to Hubbard. Hubbard from the free throw line. Front of the iron and gets the roll. Hubbard now with 8. Stockton drive shut off by Morby. Boy, what a job going up and pulling that one from midair. Isaiah Jackson able to float it up and in, count the bucket. Timeout taken here by Coach Bevel. Getting a little full court pressure here put on by Jordan. Stockton's done this much tonight. He's an aggressive defender. Works around the perimeter now, looking to go inside. They were trying to dial one up for Calvert to work in the post. Ball was thrown a little beyond him by James. Josh the other way. Now Jackson going to dribble it back up top. Ashman with it in the corner. Swenson hands off to Josh. Quick ball movement here by Jordan. Of course, right now, Fremont in more of a man defense. Played a lot of zone in that first half. Josh for three. Just grazed the front of the iron. No good, and rebounded by Harrop. Up top with Harrop. Back to Morby. Coming around, Hubbard. It's now Fremont going to reset things here with 1:20 left in the third quarter, nursing a 4-point lead here. Hubbard trying to drive inside the key. That ball, boy, looked like Swenson got a lot of ball on that one. Call came from underneath. There's a foul on Jordan. Actually called the foul on Jackson for bodying him up. So Swenson avoids the foul. That ball nearly stolen, but given right back into the hands of Caden Murphy. Now Morby holding. Stockton comes up to defend him. Morby will track that down, and the over pursuit allows for an open three by Hubbard. No good, but the putback is. Count the bucket from Dakota James, and he'll have a chance to go to the line. James free throw is good. 37-30, largest the lead has been for Fremont. Thanks to a Dakota James three-point play. It was the second foul on Ashman. The third team foul. 45 seconds left. It's Ashman near side. Thought about the three. Now going to give it back to Swenson. Stockton inside to Swenson. Lay it up. No, it missed. Boy, I thought that one was an easy one. No, sir. Nice hesitation. And then the block by Swenson, able to recover, and then a foul called underneath, and I think this will be on Garrett Swenson. Tuia checks in for Swenson. Again, just picked up number 2. 23 seconds left here in the third. Morby with it. He's had a good quarter. Hit a big three, has 5 points in the quarter. More importantly, he's defended Curtis very well. Player who averages over 17 has just 4. Handed off to Morby. The hesitation now inside. Good find. Can't finish the shot. The putback by Harrop is no good, and the quarter comes to a close. 37-30. The Wolves have the lead as we head to the fourth. Fourth quarter underway for Bryant Buse. Able to get it to James, top of the key. Now over to Hubbard. Boy, good movement away from the ball, creating some open passing lanes. Is that shot no good? Pulling it away is Tuia. No, they're going to call dual possession. It was a nice job that time by Harrop, not allowing him to pull away. Dual possession gives it to the Beetdiggers, trailing here by 7. Ashman, Fremont back to that zone defense. Employed it much in the first half. To Wakely. Over to Tuia. That shot will go down. Tuia with 7 points now. Murphy hands it back to Buse. Wanted some help. Coming from behind, Wakely able to steal it away. Has some numbers. Elected to hold up. And that pass deflected by James, and James comes up with it, though we do have a foul. I think this is going to go against Fremont. Yes, it will. The foul is on Murphy. Number 3 called on the senior center. Calvert checks in for Fremont. Curtis in for Jordan. Tuia at the line, 1-on-1 situation, and he missed that his first. Still 37-32 as the board brings the ball to Fremont. Three-pointer on the way from James, no good. Underneath, trying to control it and doing so is Cole Calvert. Thought that one was near the baseline. Curtis now able to create the steal down the other way. Spencer Curtis, tough shot. Count the bucket. Boy, what a play by Spencer Curtis. Don't know how he got that off. It counts as now he heads to the line to shoot a free throw on the foul by Harrop. Second foul on Harrop, 8th team foul against Fremont. Curtis trying to convert the three-point play and left another one short. He has struggled from the free throw line here tonight. And a foul called here on Stockton Christensen. Second foul on Stockton Christensen. He heads to the bench. Fifth team foul for the Beetdiggers. 1 to give still. James trying to keep the ball out of Curtis's hands. Curtis nearly came away with it. Instead, it leads to a three-pointer by Hubbard. Max Hubbard, his third three-pointer of the ball game. 11 points. Curtis with the baseline drive and some contact there by Calvert, number 3, called on Cole Calvert. Curtis back to the line to shoot again. Curtis at the line goes 1 of 2, made his first, missed his second. Tuia able to collect the rebound. Curtis again going to attack baseline to Tuia, floats it up and good. Tuia now with 9 points, and the Digs have clawed back to within 3. 5:50 left here in the contest, 40-37. And now 9 team fouls on the Silverwolves, so Jordan in double bonus the rest of the way. Hubbard back to Buse. Jackson defending him. James with it, top of the key. Curtis defending him. James underneath, wide open, as Harrop couldn't finish the play. Coming over to help on the D was Tuia, and then out of bounds as Harrop couldn't stay in play. Spencer Curtis. Ashman kicked out to Stockton. Now you see that quick ball movement against a zone. Good way to get some quick shots. Curtis, Ashman had that one run through his fingers, able to still collect it. Curtis a long three to tie. No good. Ball tipped, and a foul going to go against Jordan. Think it'll be on Tuia, his third. Murphy checked in for James. That's him with the ball right now. Boy, tough pass trying to get it down to Morby and turns it over in the process. Curtis back the other way, coast to coast, and that bucket goes for Spencer Curtis. And a timeout now as Jordan trailed by 7 entering the quarter. They trail by 1 here almost midway through. It's been a 9-3 scoring advantage for the Jordan Beetdiggers over the first 3.5 minutes of this fourth quarter. They've pulled back to within 1, and right now Fremont needs to find some offense. They won't get it there as an offensive foul. Called on Harrop, number 3 on Branson Harrop. In that zone defense. Spencer Curtis, now Jackson. Up top with Stockton. Working around the perimeter. Jackson to Curtis. Boy, good movement. Look at that. But great recovery by this Fremont zone defense. Running to the ball, not allowing much space. Ashman kick out. He gets it back. Now trying to go inside to Tuia. That ball blocked away. Big recovery by Harrop that time, coming over to deny the Tuia shot. Now Harrop attacking, and an offensive foul called on Murphy underneath as he was trying to essentially push his defender to create a lane. Number 4 on Caden Murphy. Calvert checks in for Murphy. As we mentioned, that his 4th foul. Curtis. Fremont now back to a man defense. Curtis took advantage of his man not watching him. Able to drive right down the lane. 7 points in the quarter for Spencer Curtis. And Jordan's leading scorer, they've needed him here in the 4th. He's come alive. He's given them a 41-40 lead. Is now Calvert attacking, and he is able to find the bottom of the net. Tuia. Now Ashman will dribble out of the corner. Curtis thought about the 3, now attacking instead. And that shot just wouldn't go down, rolled right off the back of the rim. 2.5 left. Morby come to the ball. Any quarterback would love his receiver to do that. 3-pointer by Hubbard, no good. Rebound by Ashman for the Digs. Drop pass now over to Curtis. Ashman finds it, right at the elbow. Stockton to Tuia. He's going to pull up from 8 feet. Alika Tuia with 6 points in the quarter. He and Curtis have paired up for all points here in the Jordan Beetdigger fourth quarter. 43-42. Jordan out in front inside of 2 minutes left. Morby looking to drive baseline. Shut off well by the Digs defensively. Over to Buse. Now it's Calvert. Double team underneath, and he walked with it. Jordan holding a lead for the first time since early on in this contest. 1:30 left. Have a big chance to enlarge it as a timeout taken here by Coach Bevel. Inbounded to the backcourt. Stockton chases it down. Over to Josh, back to Stockton. Fremont now picking up the defensive intensity. They have to do it, trailing here by 1. Josh kicked out to Stockton, now to Ashman. Over to Curtis. Taking off 30 seconds. 25, we round it up. Curtis has it again inside of 1 minute left. 43-42, the Jordan advantage. Over to Josh. Back to Curtis. Curtis attacking. Now gives it. Ends up with Stockton. Tell you what, I'd foul Spencer Curtis. Has not had a great night shooting the free throws. That's where I'd go. Instead, Josh, kick out. You see Jordan right now just playing keep away. And there's the foul on Stockton Christensen, as it is Buse who gives it, number 4 on Bryant Buse. It's the 4th foul on Buse. Stockton Christensen at the line, able to hit them both. He's a shooter, had 11 points in the second. Those are his first points since, and it's 45-42, advantage to the Jordan Beetdiggers. Morby with it. Hubbard now being defended by Curtis, and a timeout taken by Coach Mullaney with 19.6 left. James will inbound, coming out of the timeout, does so to Calvert. Buse. Over to Hubbard. Probably the guy you want taking the shot if you're Fremont. But just being hounded by Stockton forces up the shot, but we had a timeout taken by Fremont before. 8 seconds left. It will be Saxton Morby to inbound. Set it up. 3-point lead for Jordan. And a 1-on-1 situation should Jordan elect to foul. They haven't yet. Buse gets it over. Forced three-pointer away. It's no good. The Jordan Beetdigger defense makes their stand. The offense did in the fourth as well. They get the lead, the win, 45-42 over Fremont. What a fourth quarter that was here from Olympus High School. Again, part of the Utah Autism Holiday Tournament. Let's go all the way back to the first quarter. And Fremont, Jordan, we mentioned it. This is a big game for both these two teams to try to work out the kinks with region play right around the corner. Working out the kinks, some of them appeared to do. Parker Wayman got things going early on for Fremont. He had 5 quick points for the Silverwolves. Nice start for him. Saw a lot of balance from Jordan in that first quarter. Tuia, Josh Christensen, as well as Spencer Curtis all had plays. It was a 10-9 lead for the Jordan Beetdiggers after the first quarter. To the second quarter we go, and things started to heat up a little bit. Primarily, it was the distance shooting. Stockton Christensen got into a bit of a showdown with one Max Hubbard, as we had 5 possessions with 3-pointers between those two players. Christensen ended up hitting 3 of them, and Hubbard only hit 2, so advantage Jordan. Even though at the break, they would find themselves trailing by 2. Harrop also had 6 points in that second quarter for the Silverwolves, but interesting to note that Stockton Christensen's threes, those were 11 of the 13 points scored by the Diggers in the second quarter. To the third quarter we go. Saxton Morby really came alive, had a nice jumper he hit, and then a big 3-pointer for Saxton Morby as the Fremont Silverwolves would extend their lead. They had a 37-30 lead heading to the fourth quarter. And then the fourth quarter came. Whoa, looked like a completely different Jordan Beetdigger team. And it was Spencer Curtis. He only had 4 points through the first 3 quarters of this ball game. He came alive in that fourth quarter. He had 7 fourth quarter points. A couple nice takes, hit some free throws as well. Again, more balance when it comes to the Diggers as Alika Tuia, this guy was saddled with foul trouble in the first half. He had 6 points in that fourth quarter as it would propel a 15-5 scoring advantage for the Jordan Beetdiggers and propel them to the 45-42 victory here over the Fremont Silverwolves. Fremont now, they've dropped 5 in a row, and not the stretch you would like at all if you're Coach Maloney. They still have a couple more games before region play to figure things out. But right now, where are the points going to come from? When you look at this, Hubbard had 11. No other player in double-digit scoring for the Silverwolves, although Morby did have 7 and Harrop had 8. They were close. For the Jordan Beetdiggers, this is a nice win. This is a team that's still trying to find itself. A lot of youth here, though they do have some experience. Stockton Christensen, that guy was dynamite in the second quarter. He finished with 13 points in the ballgame. Again, 11 of those coming in that second quarter. Spencer Curtis came alive. He really showed up well with 11, as did Tuia with 11. Balance for Jordan. And Curtis, a bit of an off night, struggled from the free throw line, struggled finding his shot. But when it came time, he found points when he needed to and helped Jordan to this victory here tonight. It's going to be important. They have to find a few more points in that tough Region 3. Now it's come time for us to announce our player of the game. We're going to give it to Stockton Christensen, the 5'10 senior guard. That big second quarter, 11 points, 3 3-pointers. Had a nice play here in the fourth quarter as well to help propel Jordan to the victory. Congratulations to Stockton Christensen, our player of the game. That will do it here from Olympus High School as the Jordan Beetdiggers, again, 45-42 victors over the Fremont Silverwolves. We want to thank you for joining us here on High School Rewind. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. We'll see you next time.